Join us this week as the team from Off the Beaten Track did an overlanding trip through the gravel roads of Paarl, through the back roads of the valleys, and all the way up to the top of Paarl Rock. What a beautiful family fun day we had out. As usual, we all met up the morning at the petrol station. Ishmael and his wife provided kusistas and coffee for everybody, just to get the gees going before we tackled the overlanding trip. This was actually quite a big trip. We never expected so many vehicles to participate. We were roughly just under 30 vehicles, but it made the trip.
Off the Beaten Track Convoy, starting right there in front. Obviously, the NP300.
Anton Els gave up his Sunday morning to guide us through the back roads of Paarl, coming out at Klapmuts. It was amazing to see how many vehicles came out, all of us sharing the same passion of the outdoors. The scenery driving through the back roads of Paarl is just breathtaking as you're driving with farms on both sides of you, and you see the little farm kids playing around. You see the crops for miles and miles and miles. So all that we are is we're a bunch of like-minded people out for the day, gonna braai, overland, have fun, and this is what it's about. This is why we buy that vehicles. Oh, look at that sexy Pajero. Then Anton led us up to Paarl Rock. And you can see over there we've got the Taal Monument. It's a monument dedicated to one of the national languages of our country, also one of the oldest languages in our country. Then we got a Christian in his car seat.
Môre. Okay, hop.
I came to Paarl Rock when I was a child last. I think I was probably about 7 or 8 years old. And to come here as an adult and look at these views and to understand the beauty of this rock and to bring my kids out here was just something else. The word Paarl means pearl in Dutch. The area was given this name due to the large granite rocks perched at the top of the hills that often gleamed like pearls after a good day's rain. It was the glistening Paarl Rock that influenced the name of its home and was the birthplace of its very first village. Paarl Rock is a granite group of rocks that is part of a larger Paarl mountain, standing out from miles away. Its smooth, flawless appearance from where it gets its name, which is a pearl. The views from Paarl Rock are nothing but breathtaking, providing the perfect backdrop for a hike or a walk or a day out with your family. Just getting a picture up there is beautiful. And as usual, the paparazzi was following Jaco, but he would have nothing of this. The entire reserve around Paarl Rock is home to an array of trails. So those of you who want to explore it on foot, you are more than welcome to do it. There are so many hiking trails. The shortest one is 2.5 kilometers and the longest one is 10 kilometers long. Also, don't forget you can bring your mountain bikes out here, and there's some fishing opportunities. And then lastly, the birds out here. We notice so many beautiful birds. And then it was time for a braai with the kids.
Oom, ons het kraletjies
Waar het jy musiek gekry?
by ons pa.
And this is what overlanding and 4x4 is about. It's about getting a group of people together, and I say this all the time, who have a common interest, which is the love for the outdoors. Once you remove all the other factors, creed, race, culture from this equation, and you just bring the outdoors in, the bond that is forged between the guys is amazing. To see guys from all different walks of life getting along, braaiing, sharing a drink, sharing a conversation. It is something that truly puts it into perspective, that makes you realize that nature is the true beauty. We should not be divided by anything else. And that's what we at Off the Beaten Track are striving to do, is to bring everybody together purely for the love of the outdoors. And then what's an overlanding trip with a little bit of 4x4? As usual, the guys didn't want to go home without tackling a few trails. Branded vehicles. And if you guys want an Off the Beaten Track sticker, hit us up in the comments and we can organize you one. So we found this little back trail at the back that had a few obstacles, nothing hectic, but the guys needed some form of 4x4 before they went home. So if you love the outdoors and you love nature and it's something you see yourself doing, give us a shout on Facebook, YouTube or Instagram. Get hold of us and come out with us. This is open to anybody. Thank you from the guys at Off the Beaten Track, and thank you for watching the video. Until our next trip.